Hey Big Dreamers, it's Liz from Big Dream with Liz. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel where I give intuitive advice based on what I love, what I'm good at, and what I think the world needs most. And I pull the cards from the bags and I try to come up with some genius, wise advice for y'all. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, you can follow me there and get a lot of colorful, creative inspiration. big.dream.with.liz. And I am working on a plan as I heal my body from this apparent autoimmune thing, autoimmune diagnosis. I have started physical therapy. I've been working on this anti-inflammatory diet plan. May need to adjust that a bit. But I really want to teach dance again and to choreograph, and my body has been a bit limited. But if you're following me on Instagram, you can keep updated on that because I use YouTube to give you guys intuitive advice and not so much of the dancing quite yet, although I do talk about it because I can't not incorporate dance in my life. I almost call it my number 2 passion because music comes first for me. Music is what inspires the dancing, but still, it's very close, hand in hand. What do we have? We have my love of dreams, nighttime dreams. My skill of helping others feel comfortable and at ease, at least I think that's the case, and what I think the world needs most are methods to help people learn at home. How can I help you learn something at home using my skill of helping others feel comfortable and at ease and my love of dreams, nighttime dreams? I don't have a dream journal, but I have lots of dreams that I remember. Usually I look them up online to see what they mean, and then I'll save the results if it resonates with me. Like, oh, that's probably what's going on, in my subconscious. And I'll save that information to reference later. But a lot of people recommend keeping a journal in general. I am not very good at keeping a journal, but if you keep something next to your bed to write on when you wake up, your emotional state, what kind of images went through your mind when you were sleeping, and that might show you some things about your current state of being, your current emotional state, and what's going on with you. I would love to create a meditation series of sorts with visuals and with music and with words, and that hasn't happened quite yet, but I would love to do that in the future. And let's see, helping others feel comfortable, at ease. Oh, that's perfect. If I were methods to help you learn at home, helping others feel comfortable and at ease, nighttime dreams. Yeah. How can I help you relax at home in your own house? Sometimes stress is so prevalent. Is that the word? Yeah. In your life, that you carry it with you at home as well, when your home is supposed to be your sanctuary, your relaxing, mellow space. And depending on your living situation, it might not be the case for you for many different reasons. I know in my past, it was a house full of this kind of music and heavy metal and drinking and loud people and people coming in and out of the doors all the time. And yeah, it was fun for a while. And after a while, I realized this is not the lifestyle that I really wanted to live for myself, long term. And I needed more peace and solitude. I did have a room that I would go in and work on my choreography because I was teaching dance a lot more back then. And I would work on my personal development stuff, like planning these dreams of mine to, this business that I started. Planning all that stuff, I would do that in my own space. But the house was a little bit chaotic most of the time. So even having a room to be in and having that solitude is important when you don't feel like you have it elsewhere. That's, what you can do. Or take a walk, go outside, go in nature, and you can find peace and solitude that way a lot of the time. So if you, nighttime dreams. Yeah, when I was feeling a little out of sorts for a while there in my own personal life, I did have a lot of dreams that kind of showed me that I wasn't at peace in my mind, in my life. And so a lot of bad dreams and a lot of vivid, like disturbing dreams, or, I'd wake up in a panic and I'd have a lot of disturbed sleep back then. So that was a sign that there was something that was not quite settled inside of me. And therefore, I resorted to guided meditations to fall asleep to or to listen to before I went to sleep. And during the day too, I would close my eyes, find a relaxing space, and listen to these guided meditations, which helped me to become present in the moment, to be aware of my emotions in the background, and to really quiet my mind and quiet my, even though my outer, words sometimes, even though around me there was chaos, so to speak, it wasn't always that bad, but around me there was chaos. Inside of me, I could go back to peace and solitude when I needed it. And being a natural introvert, I needed a lot of time by myself in order to recharge my batteries. And some days I just couldn't handle socializing with other people. And it's because I was a little worn down from too much socializing when it wasn't really I wasn't voting for the socializing to happen every day. It was other people in the household that really had to have other people around all the time. So anyway, meditation has been a nice escape for me to get back in tune with myself, who I am, what I want, where I want to be in life, and why that's important to me. Some people aren't about the meditation thing so much, or maybe they've never tried it, but comment below if you've tried it and if you have certain ones that you like. I know I didn't, I like to use YouTube, free ones from YouTube. Michael Sealey and Unlock Your Life are my two go-to meditations, but I have some of my Soul Tribe online friends who have been producing guided meditations too. I just haven't used them as much. It's just because I got used to the ones I was using and just stuck with those two that I liked. But what else? Oh, and if you like to pray, prayer and meditation are similar, but when you pray, you're asking for guidance, When you meditate, you can be asking questions, and you could be interacting with your subconscious, with, depending on how spiritual you are, God, your spirit guides, angels, your higher self, all this stuff. You could be accessing those parts to be illuminated for you, but when you pray, typically you are having a conversation with whatever it is you believe in, typically. And when you meditate, you are typically trying to tune out all the extra stuff around you and to, you might still receive messages and things like that, but it's a little different. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, and then I am reminded now, 2 of my dreams that I had at night that were completely inspirational, actually I think there's been 3 or 4 now, they're right in line with my big dreams and what this creative center that I think that I would like, that I think I'd love to have, and I do want to have one. Yeah, so the dreams that I had, the first one that I had was a creative center that I was walking down the halls, it was kind of like a school, there was music coming out of all these doorways, it was a dance studio, the part of the building was the dance studio part, and I walked past this cafe where everybody was getting like coffee drinks and snacks and smoothies, and yeah, it was just a dream of me walking through the hallway of this big building that had dance studios, dance classes going, and this little cafe. And that stood out to me quite vividly. And then there was another dream. I was in another country, and there was dancing going on in a workshop there. And there was another dream where I was walking through a cafe, and there were people socializing, and I know that has to do with my big dream because I worked for an ice cream shop and a coffee shop in order to find out, like, this is a business I'd like to open. It turns out it's not the exact, like, neither of those are the exact thing I want to do, but in the future I would love to incorporate that in my creative center and have a place where people can get snacks and coffee and smoothies and ice cream, perhaps. And also because I've been on this healing journey, I've been learning about alternatives to white sugar. I mean, I already kind of knew about it, but I'm learning more about how sugar can really impact your immune system and inhibit the immune system, as well as dairy, as well as gluten or wheat or other grains, perhaps, and and chemicals, that is in a lot of our food. And so I'm looking into alternatives to those things, and I have lost a lot of weight because of not eating the stuff I was eating before, but it's also a lot of muscle mass because I haven't been dancing the last 6 months or longer now. Well, I haven't been in a class, and I used to do weightlifting and all this stuff, but I'm right now I'm just a little bit, I'm healing. So my point is, pay attention to your dreams at night and during the day. I recently had another one where I was dancing. This is the second one I've had, where I am dancing with one other person. Actually, the other one was not me dancing with somebody, but it was a group of us. And I could see the choreography. It was moving fluently, just beautifully, with the music and just that kind of soul movement feeling. So yeah, that is kind of all I have, I think, right now. I just would like to remind you that your dreams mean something, both the ones that you're aware of that when you were sleeping and the ones that you've had since you were little, that you might not believe in completely. You might think that you aren't good enough to do it, or it's too difficult, it's going to be too expensive, or how are you going to do this, that, or the other. All those things will come to you in time. It's not all going to happen right away. Okay, it could. I'm not going to be the one to say it's not. But things typically take time. So be patient with the process. If you really want something bad enough, you will overcome those little fears along the way, and you will meet the right people and have the right opportunities come to you. Finances are going to work out. It's all going to work out. There are a lot of self-doubts along the way, I should know, because I've had them, and it's not always comfortable. But when I think of the alternative, I can't go back to how things used to be. I just can't. So I have to keep plugging away at this dream of mine because I believe that it's meant to help people, and I hope that I am helping you in the process here. As I grow and as I learn and as I heal, I really want to be there for other people and to help you guys get out of the rut you're in. Yeah, it's a journey for me too. I'm not perfect. I won't ever be. I keep preaching that because it's true. And I really want to help creative people. I believe everyone's creative. You have a unique vision and ideas that other people don't have, and you are meant to share them with us. So I'm here to help bring out the inner magic you have always had but forgot about. I will talk to you soon. Thank you.